is why I have a problem with it. Listen, Savage Sports fan, please like, share, subscribe. New subscribers, thanks for the love and support. Drop a comment, hit the bell notification, share a video. Listen, the NBA is really pushing for a 65-game schedule. They want to move away from this 82-game schedule, which I find absurd because 65 games for today's player is kind of absurd to me. Why? Let's go here. Because one, these guys have private jets, masseuses, trainers, their own personal trainers, their own coaches, their own publicists. The reason why I'm against it is because they are traveling way more comfortable than the players from yesteryear, the Charles Barkleys. Remember Patrick Ewing had all those knee problems, Michael Jordan, etc. Isaiah Thomas at the end, even Kobe Bryant at the end of his career. Injuries are a part of the game, but to make all these concessions and changes for today's player is kind of crazy to me that the NBA would kind of like, really try to push and change these rules. One of the biggest reasons for me is, what does it do for the records? I mean, LeBron James is on the way out. He's going to retire maybe in the next 2-3 years. So maybe the NBA may not push for this until maybe next year, the year after that. It might be his last year. Let's say the NBA push for this next year. I honestly think 65 games actually helps the older players. Why? Because within 65 games, some of these older players might roll an ankle, have a knee injury, have a sore hamstring. They can potentially miss 5 to 10 games. So 65 games become 55 games. Or 50 games. You can easily miss 15 games without even trying in the NBA. So for me, it really comes down to how you space out these 65 games. If you have games every 2 days, every 3 days, man, you got a watered down league now. I just think you just got a watered down league. All the records, all this thing. Everybody's playing with 2-3 days rest. It's no drama. It's no adversity. It's no climbing up the hill. You pretty much got a watered down league. It's going to be a crazy scoring. Everybody's going to score 140 points. It'll be a good fan favorite league, but you really couldn't take the record seriously. Because you want to compare these guys to a Steph Curry who played 82 games. You want to play these guys to a Michael Jordan who played 82 games. You want to compare these generational players to those players. It'll just be too unfair. The record books would be all over the place. And it'll just be like a really watered down league. Drop that comment. Let me know. What do you think? Should the NBA really go 65 games? If so, what kind of league do you have? What kind of league do you have? I mean, honestly, what kind of league do you have? Everybody's well rested. How many back-to-backs do you have? It's going to be kind of weird, you know what I mean? Because, the NBA has this new NBA Cup, like 30 days into the game, 30 days into the league, they got the NBA Cup. So now you're going to have, during the NBA Cup, they're off a week. During the NBA All-Star game, they're off a week. So you already have 65 games. They're probably playing every 2 to 3 games. Now you have the NBA Cup. They're off. If your team doesn't qualify, doesn't play or whatever, you got another week off. Now, in my opinion, it becomes leisure basketball. It comes basketball amongst rich guys. Rich guys going out to play. They're laughing it up. They don't take it seriously. Hey, we might play hard, 5 games, 10 games out of the month. It just becomes too much. In my opinion, I don't think the NBA should do this. I think it should just keep it moving. I think it helps the older players. I'm happy that it will help an older player too. If the NBA goes to 65 games next year, LeBron James more than likely will eat that up. Because that means if it's 65, it's only 65. LeBron can sit out 5 games. LeBron can sit out 7 games. LeBron only going to play 55 games. Man, LeBron can do that another 4 years. LeBron can do that another 4 years. Easy. He can easily sit out and just say, man, you know what? Man, I could do this another 4 or 5 years. I'm only paying 50 games a year. I could ride the bench. I could be the third wheel. Man, you know, this is just, they doing this because of Detroit guard Cade Cunningham. Shout out to him. He's having, I believe, heart issues or lung issues or something like that. So he's been the MVP all year. So now he's having these health issues, and the Players Union is kind of trying to use him as the shining star to say, listen, he was the MVP. He's not going to play. He's going to have to sit some time out. He should get the anonymous NBC, but he doesn't qualify with the games and things of that nature, which is very, very unfortunate. But unfortunately, this is a big boy league. He's a superstar athlete, superstar player. Unfortunately, he may not get all the accolades that he should get this league because he will probably have to miss a lot of time, and that means the cutoff for him playing X amount of games means he does not qualify for certain type of awards. So now this is why the Players Union is really pushing the NBA to say, look, let's change the schedule. Let's cut some of these games out. But if you start here at 65, I'm sorry, they'll find a way to get the thing down to 50 games. And what does that do for the sponsors? What does that do for the fans? How do you price these tickets? Blah, 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 on and on and on. Now, I think ticket prices go up. We already in a bad spot in the United States as far as, the recession goes, or, alleged recession. I don't know. You, the fans, what should the NBA do? And what's a fair number of games? Maybe 10 games? Could you say 10 games? Could you say, 10 games, 72 games? Could you see a 72 game schedule? Maybe you cut out the preseason, or maybe you leave it at 82. You cut out the preseason. Maybe in the postseason, instead of it being a best of 4 series, when it could go back to what it used to be back in the day, whereas the first round was the best 3 out of 5 games. If you need to shave some games off of these players, I think the preseason, cut that down. The first round of the playoff, cut that down. Say, you know what, 3 out of 5. Maybe the second round, 3 out of 5. Hey, the first 2 rounds, you can get up out of there quick if you're not playing your best ball. And then when you get to the championship rounds, the last 2 rounds, you have to win 4 out of 7. So I would suggest that. Leave it at 82. Make your adjustments in the preseason. Make your adjustment postseason. And then maybe break it up. 2 breaks for the regular season. You already have your NBA break for the Cup. You already have your All-Star break for the Cup. For the All-Star game. Maybe it's a small little break right before, because when you come out of that All-Star game, you got like 30 games left, 28 games left. So maybe you get a small little break in there, and you got 14 games or something. Some teams will have 30 games. Maybe you play around with the schedule, but no, I'm against the 65 games. This is Savage Sports Fan. Drop that comment. This is the talk behind the scenes right now. Heavy behind the scenes. The NBA wants to drop this. They getting pressure to drop this next year. If not next year, definitely the year after that. That might be LeBron's last year. Maybe, I don't know. But I think it will benefit the older players. But anyway, Savage Sports Fan, like, share, subscribe. Drop that comment, share a video. Let us know what you think. Should the NBA listen to the fans? Or should they just do what's best for the product? And to me, the product is not going to get better with less games. I'm sorry. Bad basketball is still going to be bad basketball. I think the games will be sloppier. They'll have less practice. I don't know. 65 games does not sound like a good winning product to me at all. I just don't see that being a good product. On no stretch of the imagination. So how do you fix this product with the NBA? Because it's on life support right now, and we don't even know where to watch the game at. Peacock, NBA.com doesn't have it anymore. I don't know. Drop that comment, share a video. Until next time, I'm out.